Turkey.
Good morning, sir.
బాట గట్టి.
Good morning, Pradeep sir.
Good morning,
Please continue the class, sir. We are waiting for your class.
మంచిదే కానీ గట్టివాడు అది కూడా రికార్డ్ అవుతుంది. రికార్డింగ్ లో మేము కూడా సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసి బెల్ ఐకాన్ ఏమైనా నొక్కాలా?
ఇంకా టైం ఉంది సార్ దానికి.
సబ్స్క్రైబర్లు పెంచుకోవడానికి గట్టివాడు కొంచెం.
Good morning, sir.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ సార్.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ సార్.
Good morning, sir.
మార్నింగ్.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్.
Good morning, sir.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్. అంతేనా? Out of 49.
50.
50యా? అంటే అందులో నేను ఒకటి ఉంటుంది.
Excluding you, 49 only, sir.
It may not completed with by sir.
Sorry?
It may not completed without you, sir.
No. It's not a matter. Okay. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Present your tables. Tables, 3 tables, 3 columns. Yeah, Krantigaud. ఎవరు చేయలేదా? Actually, what is the assignment?
First column should be pre or post British rule, middle to be the East India Company, and the third to be any other, sir.
Yeah, start. Pramod.
Yes, sir, but I didn't prepare it, sir.
Why?
No, sir, I will do it, sir, but little bit time.
Next. Who are ready with? Bhavan.
East India Company, sir.
Parvati Prasad.
Yes, sir. It is also known as the East India Trading Company, sir. And it is the found after the Treaty of the Union. And it is known as a joint stock company with an initial share of 68,373 pounds, sir. The main object of the trade was to trade with the East Indians, sir. The company was granted an English Royal Charter, sir, under the name of Governor and the Company of the Merchants of London. East India Company, it was by Elizabeth on 31st December 1600, sir. It is the oldest company among the European countries, sir. And it is the largest was Dutch Indian Company, sir. And it was a monopoly in 18th century, sir, by English company. After that, the two companies are merged in 1708, and the United Company of the Merchants, England Trading, and it is also known as the East India Company, sir. It is ruled over 250 years, sir, until 1858, and they have taken power from the East India Company and ruled out our country from 1858 to 1947, sir. That's all, sir.
Next, other company, Indian company.
There are 4 companies which have ruled post-British rule, post-independence, like Before 1947, sir. That is British rule in Burma, which was ruled from 1824 to 1948. And also British Raj 1858 to 1947. These two are before the British rule, like before independence.
Sir, total 70 companies, no sir, pre-independence companies.
Sorry?
Total 70 companies, no sir, pre-independence.
Indian companies, huh?
Pre-independence companies, sir. Total 70 companies are there, sir.
Which are registered in India or which are registered in UK, British or any other?
No, sir.
Huh?
I know, sir.
Which are registered in India?
Sir, Wadi Group is the first Indian company which is registered in the year 1736 in Bombay, Maharashtra. This Wadi Group registered by Lavoji Wadi.
That's it, Shravan. Next.
Sir, myself Krishna Mohan. Sir, am I audible?
Yes. Krishna Mohan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. By 1853, there were chartered Turkey and Venice companies which merged in the year 1592 to become a Levant company. The same year, the slave trading Sierra Leone Company was founded. The East India Company was thus following a well-trod path, and its royal charter should have come through without any complication. Company rule in India effectively began in 1757 after the Battle of Plassey and lasted up to 1858 when following the Indian Rebellion of 1858. The Government of India Act 1858 led to the British Crown assuming direct control of India in the form of New British Raj. The British East India Company came into India as traders in spices, a very important commodity in Europe back then, and it was used to preserve meat. Apart from that, they primarily traded in silk, cotton, indigo dye, tea, and opium. They landed in Indian continent on August 24, 1608 at Port Surat. The company monopoly was broken in 1813, and from 1834 it was merely a managing agency for the British Government of India. It lost that role to the Indian Mutiny in 1857. In 1873, it is to exist as a legal entity. After the Indian Rebellion in 1857, the British government took control of the company. All its powers were transferred to British Crown. The company lost all its administrative powers following the Government of India Act 1858, and its Indian possession and army forces were taken over by the British Raj, direct imperial of India by the British state. That's also this collected from the Google search.
So mostly people are depending upon Google Wikipedia.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So how
sir,
many
to
people
purchase the
are
book.
happy to read the newspapers?
We do newspapers, but we are not able to recollect for this purpose.
No, I'm not talking about the recollection of today's discussion. In general, how many people are having the habit to read the newspaper?
I do read, sir.
I do read, sir.
Shravan?
Yes, sir.
Ramesh?
Sir.
So Ramesh, what the newspaper you read daily?
Actually, I read the Telugu newspapers only, sir, because I am a journalist. That's why.
Telugu, what is the either
Andhra-Jyoti, Sakshi.
Sakshi.
Yes, sir. Andhra-Jyoti, Sakshi, Disha, Eenadu, and Namaste Telangana. Yes, sir.
So you are journalist, eh?
Yes, sir.
Which paper?
Raj News, sir. Bureau reporter.
Paper?
Channel, sir. Channel. Electronic media, Raj News.
Yeah. Electronic media,
Yes, sir.
not a print media.
Yes, sir.
So mostly you came across in Eenadu, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, one column is publishing.
Yes, sir.
Anyone came across with the news content? So Government of India is having a year-long program of Azadi Ka Amrit Utsav, starting from 15th August 2021 to 15th August 2022. Anyone come across with this program?
Yes, sir. It is
No one? Have you aware about this program, Azadi Ka Amrit Utsav?
Sir, we have seen so many places.
Is this
but
about the freedom? I am not aware of it. I'm not aware of it, but I think it is about the freeness of
75 years Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, like that.
The greatest moments of this freedom fighters and the greatest moments recollection of freedom independence movement.
Yeah. So with this, many programs are conducting by the central government. In the news, either it is electronic media or print media or any, for each and every department or individual, they are in this program.
And how is it related?
So in this regard, we got a news item which is relating to the law and justice yesterday in Eenadu.
I did.
Has anyone gone through it? Because when you go with these Azadi Ka Amrit Utsav programs, mostly with the historical background, you can know the background of the constitution and the freedom struggle and the important acts and activities before the independence. In certain items you can pick or you can correlate with the law. Anyone gone through yesterday's news content in Eenadu?
Yes, Mr. Rakesh, how is interrelated to it?
No one, huh? Districts today paper, how many people are gone? Today Eenadu or any other Telugu, Hindi, English, Urdu, Siyasat?
I gone through Sakshi, sir.
Sakshi.
Yeah.
I've gone through this any content which are relating to Azadi Ka Amrit Utsav or which are relating to laws news.
No, sir.
No?
Yes.
Or can you correlate with the news?
Sir, you mean that editorial page or what?
Editorial, in general, editorial, many news items will come.
Yeah, the same page, something like that I view, sir.
Sorry?
No, in the editorial page, at the bottom, normally articles of general interest are published, or some reviews.
In which paper?
Sakshi. For that matter, any other paper also, like Eenadu also.
we have talked about the interface of technology and how law.
That is news which are relating to the law. No?
No, sir. No. General topics like political news or
What is the title?
history, basically history or.
The one major news in editorial column, delimitation of this thing, parliament seats. And the other one is related to BSNL privatization.
And editorial is about that yesterday's Bangalore airport, 2 aircrafts coming closer and escaped the crash.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, about seats, sir, seats in the
Sorry?
news about medical seats and dental seats about in the main page in the Hindu paper.
So anyone is having a newspaper with you? You know?
Yes, sir, I have Sakshi.
Sakshi.
Yeah, Sakshi with me also.
So you're not picking any news
No,
item?
these are the basically editorial column. This major 2 articles are related to, one article is related to BSNL privatization issue, and the other one is related to extension of parliament seats.
Yeah, delimitation. Huh?
Delimitation of parliament seats. What benefit will Southern India will get?
Okay. It's a reorganization or delimitation? Or increasing the...
Delimitation only, sir.
Huh?
Because delimitation only. After 370 dissolve, Article 370 dissolvement, then this seats is going to be increased after do this delimitation. And how many seats will increase in the Southern India? Okay, there is a news actually. Whether really it will impact to South India or it is favor to South India or not, like that.
Will increase or decrease?
No. So far in South India, there is a chances of decrease, sir. So since we have only Tamil Nadu is the largest number in South India, so close to 39, and then
How it will become the delimitation? What is the meaning of a delimitation? There will not be any increase or decrease of the seats is the delimitation.
yes, sir.
The present seats, but the geographical limitations and the geographical size will be different. Some will be added, some will be deleted. That is the delimitation.
Okay. We'll go to Shruti. Shruti, can you speak?
So we completed the delimitation. We are in the process to increase of parliamentary seats.
From
Because-
550 to next level, sir.
Yeah, because parliament population is increasing.
Yeah, actually, as of now, for each 25 lakhs, each parliament seat contains of 25 lakhs people, voters. So that that they wanted to, restrict it somewhere else, 12 to 15 lakhs people per parliament seat.
Yeah.
This issue since last 1 week.
We are increased, but we are constructing the central vista.
Yes, sir.
Which the parliament is increasing their infrastructure, seating capability. After that, the seats will be increased.
Okay. Very nice.
So please go through the news items because this
So
constitution.
this
Sorry?
will be this same issue has been addressed at the time of AP Telangana bifurcation, because
Yes.
after bifurcation they wanted to increase the seats in terms of parliament seats and as well as assembly seats. Telangana must be from 17 to 29, and when it comes into Andhra Pradesh, 24 to some 34, 36 or something else. I hear that actually. I'm not sure on that. I've gone.
Yes, you are correct.
Yes, Sachin, any?
Sir, what Shravan says is correct, sir. Actually, the government tried to increase the parliament seats, sir. Telangana government, and as well as AP government also.
Parliament seats, assembly seats.
Both, na sir?
Both, sir. Both assembly and parliament seats also, sir.
Assembly
Parliament
Telangana, what?
the jurisdiction of the central government.
But
Assembly seats. Huh?
at the time of bifurcation, they have made a promise kind of thing, na sir, that time.
And the districts also increased because of the that plan only, na sir. Districts also from 10 districts to 33 districts.
Yeah,
So that they can enhance this assembly seats.
Yes.
Very nice. Okay.
There's a need because we are crossing the 75 years.
As rightly pointed out, Shivani.
But still now we are not able to draw a 3-column table with regard to the British company, Indian company, and one is the other company from the different country. So try to make some practical kind of thing. Don't go with the regular one-side teaching. Try to do certain assignments. Because in online teaching, what is the problem is there is lack of interaction. So we are seeing the 50 people. How many people is active? Almost around 4 to 5 people. Isn't it?
Yes, sir. It's a difficult time, sir.
So that's why I'm giving certain assignments and for the sake of discussion. So you are yesterday East India Company, today also East India Company. No development with regard to the companies. So go through with this. Either you can choose any paper, Enadu or Hindu or any other paper. The news contents which are relating to the Azadi Ka Amrutotsav. So you will see many historical background of either framing the constitution or what are the laws. Yesterday is a good content, but no one is ready with their paper. But at least tomorrow, hope you will have a paper cutting or a soft copy with the Enadu paper. So you will know the difference of the laws where Britishers is having their own practice with the Indian laws or the British laws at the time of 200 years of their rule, and what is the legal practice of Indian side. So there is a difference. The practice of law is also a difference. How?
Some kind of correction, some kind of compensation, some kind of
Anyone?
to equal that. Now coming back to civil society,
The practice of law. The law should be neutral or one-sided.
Neutral, sir.
Neutral only.
How?
One-sided.
One side, eh?
We should be aware of everything what's going on around through news or some other online processes. Only by that we
Ramesh,
can be
right is
neutral.
one side.
they want to do this, want to do that, they want to be like 100% or more than 100% of capacity. But that is what
Ignorance of law.
very less people can reach.
No, sir. Law will allow for everyone, but it's not available for everyone. and when we the it is depending on justice are depending on the practical evidences and reality of the fact, and they sometimes they will take the victim side also.
But ignorance of law is not an excuse.
Yes, ignorance of law is not excuse, but the practice where you will present the law is most important.
Yeah,
Because
agree.
how you will present and what way you will present is the most important, either in the litigation aspect or in the presentation aspect, or for the sake of awareness of the law also.
Right, sir.
So what is awareness of the law?
What are the sections, and we should know. I think before
we should know the
presenting, we should know each and everything about the sections.
Yeah, we should be knowing the legal acts and the amendments done and the updated, decisions taken from the central government as well as the
Each
state
and every
government.
common citizen law should be aware. It's a mandatory.
I think minimum awareness should be there with every individual, if not the second level knowledge. But the people who practice law and then
First year LLB student, how many laws you will be aware of?
Yes.
How many laws? Just name.
Law of equality, law of justice.
Family law.
Yeah. First list out. Shravan, list out the awareness of laws you have.
For awareness in the sense,
Sir, company law, family law. In this family law, Hindu law,
sir, we do have awareness of some industrial laws.
Syllabus papers.
So some industrial
Five
laws.
papers you are aware.
almost. Yes, sir.
Only by say first semester syllabus you are aware.
Yes.
yeah,
Sir, we do,
Rest of syllabus not aware.
sir, I am aware of Companies Act
Okay.
and Contract Act, Negotiable Instruments Act, Partnership Act, LLP Act, Transfer of Property Act,
Labor Act, sir.
then some small this thing not updated, but about all industrial laws like Minimum Wage Act, Factors Act, ESI Act, and Workmen Compensation Act, Minimum Wage Act, Payment of Wage Act, Factors Act, Industrial Disputes Act. Awareness is there, not real knowledge.
yeah.
What will we do, Mr.
Yeah.
There are
For
Competition Act.
everything, there is a law, sir, in India.
Sorry.
For every each and every field, there is a law, sir.
Yes.
Make it simple, we'll not go very technical.
But awareness, practice.
Awareness practice is very minimal, sir, I can say.
Why?
Sir, the awareness and practice is for to build a new law, sir.
Built a new law, awareness and practice. How?
What will you do?
సార్ అవేర్నెస్ ఎట్లా అంటే మనకి పర్సనల్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్
knowledge.
ఏదైతే ఉంటాయో దాంతోనే అవేర్నెస్ వస్తుంది సార్. ఐ మీన్ ఇఫ్ వీ హ్యావ్ అన్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఇన్ టర్మ్స్ ఆఫ్ వెహికల్ రిలేటెడ్, దెన్ వీ విల్ గో త్రూ మోటార్ వెహికల్ యాక్ట్స్ అండ్ ఆల్. అండ్ ఇఫ్ వీ హ్యావ్ అన్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ త్రూ కంపెనీస్ లా, అండ్ వీ విల్ థరో విత్ ద కంపెనీ దిస్ థింగ్.
Sir, until and unless if nobody is facing the issue, then they cannot come to know the law, sir.
the complete Indian law.
Yeah, your point is when you face the problem, you will aware the law.
India have that power to do that.
Yes,
Not
sir.
the problem.
Most commonly people then only they should having to know that what is law, how can we can overcome from this. Until then, there is no awareness.
Most of the Indian perception is like that, na sir. When we face the situation, then only we feel that what is there inside, and otherwise we don't even, look out of that particular matters.
ఎప్పటి వరకు ఏ సిచ్యువేషన్ మన వరకు రాదో అప్పటి వరకు ఎవరు కూడా nobody want to know, sir.
Sir,
మన ఇండియాలో ప్రాబ్లం
even today, the burning issue in the Hyderabad, there's the drug case, but we don't even think on that actually because we are very much, not connected with that issues. That's the reason only we are not interested on that issue.
Other option is join LLB to learn.
For every person will join the LLB, there is no other course. Only LLB.
We have 9 years.
Even if you pursue law, doesn't mean that you will only get an introduction, but doesn't mean that you will be thorough in all the laws. Even advocates also know whoever practice. Some of them who practice company law and other, they won't practice in other laws, family laws.
For legal knowledge, LLB is the basis, na sir. Basis and source of knowledge.
LLB is how you will practice the law. It will show the system. But without the studying LLB, you can argue your own case as a party and person in the courts. Isn't it?
Yes.
Is there any need of LLB?
Sorry?
As arguing the party and person?
Yeah, we are.
I think yes, sir. That knowledge is definitely required. That's why we go through lawyers, right? Even in when we go into the cases.
No, party and person. Yeah, that is advocates will do a systematic procedure of law,
Correct.
how it should be, and the rules and regulations of the law.
In a constructive manner.
Sorry?
In a constructive manner, they follow,
Yes.
but being a layman, we argue.
Awareness for the awareness of the law and knowing the law, studying of LLB is not required. Take the best example of Subramanya Swamy. Subramanya Swamy, whether he is a law graduate?
He is a professor
Hmm?
in economics, I think. He is a professor in economics, I think.
Economics.
I would appreciate,
But he is having a wide knowledge of the law. And he is a professor and he is having a landmark
Most
decisions
familiar
on the-
cases. Most familiar cases is catching.
in his trading.
Now Tirupati TTD also is telling Subramanya Swamy.
Yes, whether you can
No,
take the jailer.
He makes a case on Sonia Gandhi not competent to become Prime Minister of India.
The best thing is knowing the knowledge in general is more important than acquiring a law degree.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Absolutely correct, sir.
agree.
I feel that we need to have minimum understanding upon the laws, sir, because every law is man-made, and to have the right consciousness and understanding them to go according to it, because it will help us in performing our duties and knowing the rights.
Should the US government punish you?
Yes.
Should they take you to their jail and put me in prison?
To do one thing, as we have the pending of yesterday's assignment. See, because why I am insisting with this type of activities, we should go with the two mode of studies. One is research-oriented study. As a lawyer should start with the practice with the research, and the practical-oriented study. Isn't it? When you do the practical oriented, then you have more awareness. to go with this, in Inadu, we'll have certain newspaper cuttings where you will see the British India, East India Company, and their business activities. Some good news items are there. And take the paper cuttings of for each and every day. In Inadu, they will have almost all a news item with regard to the British India. So some of them are.
Sir, can you please tell me one example?
Take
Sir.
today's paper. Today's paper we have a news item.
Sir, as you said, yesterday's paper, yesterday's Inadu, I've seen this related to crude. One article is there.
Sorry?
Related to crude.
Sir,
I mean,
excuse me.
second page.
Are you talking about crude oil?
Yeah,
No,
crude.
no.
Sir, hello.
Yes, sir. There is a legal related. This one is there. Jatiko Nyayam.
What is it? Huh?
Jatiko Nyayam means.
Yeah.
That is what.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Jatiko Nyayam, it's a good newspaper item
Yes, sir.
where you can relate with the British practice of law in Indian courts or Indian jurisdiction. In the same way, with the East India Company, we have a good newspaper items with relating to Jamshedji Tata's. We have a hotel in Bombay. What is your hotel?
Taj,
Taj.
Tata.
sir. Taj.
Yes.
Yeah. Nariman Point.
There are one or two paper items which are relating to either it is Tata's or one or two other companies. Why the hotel was built? You know the history?
Yes, can you hear me?
In Bombay, why the Taj Hotel was built? Just click the history.
యూరోపియన్ స్టాండర్డ్స్ గురించి సార్.
Sorry?
యూరోపియన్ టు బెస్ట్ హోటల్ బై యూరోపియన్ స్టాండర్డ్స్ ఫర్ ఇండియన్స్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఫేసింగ్ రేషియల్ డిస్క్రిమినేషన్ సార్.
Yes. You go to the racial discrimination which has happened to the Indians in the aspect of business point of view. Then you will have some points which are relating to the Indian company in British rules. One is example. Like this, you can compare the news items which are relating to these Azadi Ka Amrutotsav, many newspapers, many not only in Inadu. You see the Hindu, Times, many other paper, but which are relating to our constitution or we are in the historical background aspect. Just go through the one or two news items and plan to prepare at least 3 columns by next class.
Sir, lot of disturbance is coming, sir.
Okay. Are you aware about any doubts?
Much appreciated, sir.
So at least by tomorrow you'll have the 3 column table.
Yes, sir.
At least 1 or 2. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.